Supreme Rising, Divine Rising. You already know the vibes. Oh God, why most High be making me do this shit, yo? So it's just like in high school, right? You know what I'm saying? Or in middle school, you knew the person in class who wasn't too intelligent, but as soon as you said something intelligent, they'll bust out like, "I know it too." They'll bust out like, "I know it too." I got my clove tea here from my little care package. My care package came with everything. Sea moss, everything, yo. Straight charged up. Nice box. A box like this. Nice box. Anyway. There's always been people who knew they didn't know, but then they would still try to be of authority. That's a calling, right? It's a calling for you to line yourself up right with shit you're supposed to be understanding. Majority of the time, a lie don't care who tell it. It don't care who tell it as long as you talk it out your mouth. Confusion is speaking confused. You got to think about these things when you out here claiming that you speaking for the divine. And there is a difference in between people who speak confusing and people who are confused. A person who is confused but want to do right is going to take their time so they can speak it correctly. A person who speaks confusion is just what it is, a confusing individual who wants to have you confused as well. Understanding these vices, there are characteristic traits that fall victim to these things that people don't understand, but everybody want to be a part of some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it starts out by the basis. Like, I might be rough around the edges, but I always listened. You know what I'm saying? I might have been like a little rough as a kid, but I always listened. If a teacher took the time out to show me something, I would sit and be still. But whenever you put me in a group and didn't show me something, or what you was teaching everybody else wasn't indicative to how I needed to learn, I got bored. That didn't mean I was bad. That mean I was intelligent, more intelligent than the criteria that you was putting out there. I knew this. When we was hanging on the streets and we was younger and people would want to go hard and be disrespectful on purpose to their parents, I would ask them why. It was like I always stood out no matter what was going on. I knew the right from wrong. I knew how to do these things. And the only time when I took it too far is when nobody thought I would even go that far. And that was to shut shit down. That's not being bad. That is taking control over myself. That's not giving up on knowledge that you need to learn. That's me being more focused to the value of self-preservation. I can't speak for everybody else, yo. I can't speak for everybody else, and I won't speak for everybody else. But if you're here now and you missed everything, the basics of what life was showing you to get to a certain mental capability, so therefore you can't articulate yourself, that shows delinquency. What is a delinquent? A person who don't pay attention. A person who don't focus on nothing but what they want to do at the current moment instead of trying to learn something. Yeah, there's plenty of delinquent energy that's always been around. Like, some of your best friends are delinquent. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all are delinquent and don't give a shit and make excuses why you haven't done the right thing or whatever have you. You know what I'm saying? That comes in those particular criteria. We the same so we all can speak. No, that's not how this shit gonna work. It ain't gonna never be that. I'll be the first one to tell some of y'all, nah, you ain't running me. Nigga, you don't think right. Shorty, you don't think right. How you gonna guide me? And see, divine Divine is in every cell in existence. That don't mean you're filled with neuromelanin. The cell is like the cell is like the strands that encapsulates what's going to be inside of the process of that particular strain, what is going to grow. So when you got grapes, you got grape cells, but they're inside of like this type of water mesh that can hold it, so therefore it can propagate the flavors of a grape. Divine cells are the same way. You have divine cells, but if they're not filled with neuromelanin, they're useless. This is how people can be manipulated and taken advantage of and stuff of that nature. You can't claim divine just because you want to. And claiming divine ain't going to get you nowhere, because divine don't hear that shit. It's your acts. It's the things that you do. And I like saying acts and acts, like double-bladed, like the acts and your acts, because you got to chop shit down. Like you got to chop down characteristics that you believe within yourself and remove that shit. Being birthed in sin has you emotional. Makes you want to voice an opinion. Makes you want to feel. Makes you want to speak to the world as if you can't leave me out. Well, you can't leave yourself out. It has nothing to do with the world thinks. It has everything to do with you. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't be conducive to deal with other people in this world, then you have automatically left yourself out. Take the time away from social media and go read. Take the time away from social media and let something read to you. Go watch some documentaries. Sit still. Be still and know that I am. Try that out first. Try the basics out first. Sit still. Meditate on stillness for a while and see how that works for you. Nobody don't want to have these conversations with me because everybody want this shit to be other than what it's supposed to be for the value, so you can try to dip under that. Like, well, if I believe what they talking about, that means I ain't got to worry about all this shit over here. That's a damn lie. Yeah, it should be bugging me out when I be hearing people talking. Everybody be like, yo, it's like this, it's like that. Not now, motherfucker, on this earth. Not now, motherfucker, on this earth. I don't give a damn what power, place of power you in, whatever. Not now, motherfucker, on this earth. Gonna tell you nothing about divinity. What about you? Because you be talking about divinity. I submit to divinity. That's a difference, yo. People who know me know I used to be hard-headed as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the way people would be around me is they would try to cut me off before teaching because they couldn't teach. So they'd be like, oh, he hard-headed, da-da-da-da. No, you're doing that because you're an idiot and you don't know how to explain what you know. Most people saw things in life and they never was taught what they saw. So because they wasn't taught what they saw, they couldn't teach you nothing. Especially if they're illiterate, can't read and shit like that. How you gonna teach somebody something you only saw with your eyes? You don't even know what that shit is you looking at. You can't pronounce it. You go to start trying to pronounce the words that is, it don't come out your mouth right. You look whole stupid. My nana used to be like, take your time and learn. I mean, I understand people be embarrassed, you know what I'm saying? But that's the point. You have to embarrass yourself in order to change. And if you ain't humble enough to go through your own personal embarrassment, then you can't teach anybody anything. Even if you want to. Sidebar that. These niggas out here to be trying to tell y'all what a chosen one is and what this is and you not this and you not that. Those people got narcissist issues because they're trying to tell you a definition that's only created by divine pretense. Nobody can actually explain that in its full totality. The only reason why you do know that you're chosen is because you constantly choose to serve something higher than yourself. Period. Never trying to self-serve yourself in these particular understandings. No, you find a way to benefit all things. Some people say, oh, the divine is choosing these particular people. Look, man, this world wasn't created yesterday. And it wasn't these things that we going through is not new. They only knew the people who are hearing them now. So most of y'all think this shit because y'all see people with clothes and money and they living in a certain way. Well, their family has fucked up a lot through their DNA just to get them there so they can walk around like they got their head on their shoulders correctly. That shit don't mean nothing. Just because you placed in a position don't mean that's who you is. You put a crown on a pig head, that don't mean it's a king. That's a fact. And this is how they was able to even the playing field out. Stand a dog on two legs and make him even with man. Is that dog a man now? See, y'all forget these stories so fast and everybody want to play a role or something, but you don't even know who the hell you are. And so emotional to the value of how the world plays, you show your weakness. Divine ain't weak to none of this shit. This is why trials and tribulations play a part. When the world does stuff to you, how do you respond to it? When people tease you, how do you respond to it? I laugh at everybody. You know why? Because I know everybody's stupid. I'm serious, yo. Like, that's and they be like, yo, what you mean? Are you calling me stupid right now? If you side with the world, sure is. If you want these people to be like, you ain't got this and you ain't got that, and you think this, you with the world, so you boo-boo the fool too. Go bump your head on the, go around town kicking fucking stop signs until your big toe bleed. Kick every fire hydrant on each corner. When you go around the street, just kick it with no shoes on, with flip-flops on. Just kick every stop sign as hard as you, not stop sign, kick every fire hydrant as hard as you can on each corner. Baya! With no socks and no shoes. They be like, my foot hurt. I bet your foot hurt, dumbass. Run fast down icy steps. Go play in traffic. Do something like that before having this dumbass conversation with me. See, that be the point, yo. Like, I can't get too deep into certain circumstances because people's emotions is involved, and your emotions is involved because you're trying to prove something. You're trying to prove something to people, yourself, lack thereof of what you was able or capable of able to do when you were growing up. And see, that ain't never been me, yo. I always did shit by myself, yo. Like, and I would come back with the wolf mane or the food or the, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never been a dude that went and made something and be like, look, I'm almost finished. Nah, I made this shit and be like, look what I did. This is what I did. Look what I did. Natural creative mentality. That's why the world came at me wrong. That's why family turned it back on me, because I ain't need nobody to do shit. The help that I needed, it wasn't the help people wanted to give me. They wanted to run me. They wanted to control me. I remember a motherfucker told me, why you ain't let me? Like, why the fuck would I let you? You can't even take care of your own shit. Why the fuck would I let you control anything of mine? Psh, fuck out of here. Never. Intelligence has nothing to do with you thinking you outsmart somebody. The intel is the knowledge that's inside of you. How much knowledge can you pull out of you without somebody directing that value? What's the wherewithal, the truth that you deal with on an everyday basis before you get somebody to give you direction? You need somebody to tell you the right thing to do without knowing the right thing to do. See, intelligence is the intel. It's the sigils that's wrote inside the flesh that you don't normally see. The reason why people want to put tattoos on their body is indicative. It's because divine wrote scriptures on the inside of you. He wrote sigils on the inside of you that is really who you are. So naturally, when you rage out, you mad, you get a point across, you online, you doing whatever you doing, you just being who you are. And everything else that you want to be, you haven't taught yourself how to be that. So you need to embrace what you are first, so then you can understand how to grow from what you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this spiritual walk is different. And spirituality is everything. It's not a particular understanding that has a suitable conversation. It's based off everything. It's based off everything in existence. So I can sit back and watch people do dumb shit all day long, and it's entertaining. Yes, I'm saddened by certain aspects of my reality because I know the capabilities and what I've already put into this life and things I've already created. I've sat in at tables with people. I've sat in boardrooms. I've done so many things and set the room on fire. And they'd be like, yo, we didn't even know niggas like you still exist. That's accomplishments. You know what I'm saying? And then people would do things to try to make it hard for me to get back to these places because the energy I was moving. I've given people knowledge on get their careers going when I was already working my career and watched them take off. They might have forgot about me or who I am. I've sat in rooms with people who are celebrities and like hit maker and shit like that. I've been in rooms with people, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't even talk about the shit that I've already done, but it's already done. So I wouldn't get up here and lead nobody astray. I'm gonna talk to you correctly because I understand, overstand, and understand. And that comes with the walk. Everybody ain't on this walk. They just like what it look like when they see other people doing it. So I want to put it on. That seems easy enough. I'm gonna holler at y'all later, man. NAGA, y'all.